You won't believe what just happened in Kenya. A single senator just tried to destroy democracy with one bill, and the entire nation is on fire. What Senator Cherargei just proposed will shock you to your core.
We will oppose any move to change the constitution.
This is not just politics. This is a constitutional crisis that has torn apart President Ruto's own party. Even his closest allies are abandoning the ship. But wait until you see what's really behind the explosive proposal and why 99.99% of Kenyans are saying absolutely not.
Kwa Senate yetu kuna mswada iko pale Senate. Na sasa iko second reading. Unajua process ya second reading ama process ya kutengeneza mswada bunge. Sasa the funny part of this mswada ni kuwa ina propose kuongeza the term limit ya president. So president, MCA, MP and governors term limit zao ziongezwe to 7 years. My question is, Ruto na watu wake wakiongozwa na Cherargei.
Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to reveal you will expose the shocking truth behind one of the most controversial political moves in Kenya's recent history. Senator Samson Cheruiyot from Nandi County has just dropped a constitutional bombshell that has sent shockwaves through East Africa and beyond. We are talking about the Constitution of Kenyan Amendment Bill 2024, a piece of legislation so divisive, so inflammatory, that it has literally turned President Ruto's own United Democratic Alliance party against itself.
If you want us to come for you again, then pass the bill. That is a very, very amazing idea. 7 years is a good idea. We are already tired of this guy and you are adding additional 2 years. You greedy fuck. You greedy.
But that's not all. Wait until you see what happened next. The reaction from ordinary Kenyans has been so explosive that it's threatening to tear down the very fabric of Kenya's democracy. Let me break down exactly what this bill proposes, because when you hear these details, you'll understand why the entire country is up in arms. First, Cherargei wants to extend the presidential term limit from 5 years to 7 years. But here is where it gets even more controversial. If a president served 2 terms under this new system, they would be in power for 14 years. That's longer than some dictatorships.
To an extent, they feel, 5 years is not enough for them. They are performing very good. Sasa wanataka kujiongezea miaka ingine 4 juu ama 2 juu ya ile wako nayo. So mimi nataka niuliza wa Kenya, are you ready? Mko ready? Mko ready kuongeza ama kwenda referendum? Kwa sababu hiyo mswada haiwezi pitishwa unless ikuja referendum.
It does not stop there. The bill also seeks to extend terms for governors and members of parliaments from 5 to 7 years. Imagine your local MP could stay in power for 14 years without truly being accountable to you. And here's the kicker that has everyone's blood boiling. The bill also proposes the creation of a prime minister's office. The president would appoint this prime minister, essentially creating another layer of executive power. Now you might be wondering, why will Senator Cherargei, a member of President Ruto's own party, propose something so radical? Hold on to your seats, because the answer is going to blow your mind. But that's not all. Wait until you see what happened when the bill reached the public. The reaction was so intense, so unified in its opposition, that it created the most remarkable display of democratic resistance Kenya has seen in years.
Mko ready kuongeza term limit ya president to 7 years. Mko ready kuongezea Kasogo another 2 years and his cronies. Watu ambao wameshindwa kuperform kufanya basic thing wanataka waongezewe miaka ingine juu. How now? We are not ready for that. And let me tell you, if it will cost us to go back to the street, we will go. But hiyo mswada sidhani kama itaona jua. Nyinyi pitisheni huko mtupate.
A bill fronted by Nandi Senator and man whose neck lost appearance privileges proposes that the president, MPs, governors and MCAs should have a term limit increase from the current 5 years to 7 years. The bill also creates the office of the Prime Minister because what taxpayers need is just one more administrator in the office of their spouse and their assistants to pray for the despise of this country. This is not the first time Humpty Dumpty has brought this up. During an interview in September last year, he said that the 7-year term limit would help the administration finish its agenda because 5 years is just a free trial, not enough for implementation. He is now bringing it back like a DJ not able to let go of Don't You Worry Child by Avicii, when the children of the present and the future are very much worried because heaven seems like the only place this country has a plan for.
Guys, there's a bill right now. It is proposing that the term limits za waheshimiwa kwanza president ma MPs zitoke from 5 years to 7 years. You think this bill is good for Kenyans? Get on the comment section and make sure that your voices are heard. This is Eltezi Mr. Riebebe, Sauti Huru, public participation.
Salam guys. Now while we are still discussing about the Kenyan debts, just imagine that after ballooning the debt, this guy called Cherargei, he has been sent by his paymaster to the Senate with a bill proposing to extend the term limits of the president, governor, members of parliament, and the MCAs, including the senators. So we are only asking these guys, what is that the best thing that you have done to people of Kenya to an extent you can think of amending the Kenyan constitution? Ni kitu gani? Mmetufanyia nini? One, the Kenya economy is crumbling because of this huge debt that has been created by this sitting president. SHA is not working under the leadership and stewardship of that president. University funding model, it is not working. There is no tangible development in terms of roads and accessibility, especially the remote areas. Look at the marginalized society or regions. There is no roads. And somebody is seated somewhere want to extend the term limit. Again, whenever you see somebody having the appetite of increasing the term limit, like Museveni, that person must be a dictator. And I think we have active one in Kenya.
Hata sitaki niseme mengi, I don't want to say too much, but we have now Cherargei ni ile DJ Afro anasemaga make Cherargei 18. He has thrown a finger in a porcupine's butt. They have failed to, they can see that there is nothing productive that they can do that will warrant them to be re-elected. And so rather than risk going home, they had rather extend the time they are supposed to be in office. And let me tell you, this thing started last year. Test the waters mukakata. Now they have brought it again, but now this time they brought it in parliament. Hii ingine tulikuwa tukafanya public participation, and we all said no. Now it's time they have brought it in parliament. And let me tell you guys, these people are determined. They know for sure no Kenya will grant them a second term, but they want to cling to power. This is a dictatorship that is being formed. This is someone who is out to create an autocracy, like where it is he and himself alone and his cronies, and we have to reject that by all means. Hata kama now it means now this time, if that so-called bill comes to pass, hata ukuwe ni mshushu, tutakubeba kwa maandamano na wheelchair, because no one the constitution is clear, and Kibaki worked with 10 years. Uhuru was content with his. What makes you so special that miaka 10 haitoshi, miaka 5 ya kwanza you have failed tremendously. Now you want to add 2 more to those 5 years, to the first 3 years of failure. Now you want to make, it's like leo sasa ndo, if that goes on, ni kama leo sasa ndo tutakuwa tuko the first term. Guys, no. And if we manage because we will manage to get this bill discarded, these people have to go home. The caliber of leaders we have, the caliber of leaders President Ruto and his friends are, cannot be trusted with the future of Kenya. They have to go. They really have to go.
Breaking news, the presidential term limit might be increased from 5 years to 7 years. Yes, this is after President William Ruto today just signed a bill and forwarded to the Senate for consideration. Like, anataka waongeze 7 years, and he also wants a prime minister's position to be created, and that position is to be selected by the president. The president is the one who appoints it. So team one term, let me tell you one thing, team one term. Hii ndio kadi inachezwa hapa. Obviously William Samoei Ruto is going to be the president. Na baba ndugu yake pia anatafutiwa So be very prepared for Raila Amolo Odinga come 2027 as your prime minister. That is the naked truth. Hiyo ndio ukweli. I know most of you will not like it, most of you will fight, most of you will throw shades, but that is it. That is what is in the ground, and that is what is being planned. So you have nothing to say about it, team one term. This thing is going, it's gone. Like, are you still seeing something here?